Hello everyone. I hope you are having an amazing day. Whatever you are doing, Prez is completely skits today and she's wanting to play constantly. Anyway, I thought I'd just start the video here. I'm looking like death. I'm actually feeling a little bit like death. My throat feels like golf balls, the size of golf balls obviously. And I'm just feeling really crappy, achy all over. So I'm hoping I'm not coming down with something, but I just went and got a juice. I actually don't really like Boost juice, but I found out that you can do create your own juice. So I put as many nutrients in here as possible, all the colors of the veggies, and just chucked it in a juice, and fingers crossed that it makes me feel better. Anyway, I just went to Kmart because I was feeling sorry for myself and I had cabin fever. Hey, Prez. And I just got a few products. Even this, how cool is, I'm not going to show you, but it's like a marble little stand. So this is where I do my makeup if I ever put makeup on. So I'm going to try them. I got, okay, that one doesn't stand. That one. I got a concealer, an eyebrow something. I don't know what you do with this. I think it's like a gel or something. And then I got two foundations. People have actually been raving about this brand, OXX. And another foundation that I could combine because the colours. Anyway, I'm going to quickly do my makeup and then I can actually talk to you properly. Bye. Well, at least I look a little bit more presentable. When I said I was going to do my makeup, I only meant I was going to do my face makeup. So I tried the foundation, concealer, and that brow thing, whatever that was. It was all right. I don't know if it did anything, but I feel better when sometimes just putting on a bit of makeup to make me feel a little bit better, even though I don't feel great within. And my throat hurts. Anyway, moving on. So to cheer myself up, I went to Kmart. So apart from all of this, I'll show a quick rundown of what I got. I literally just got a basket to go. I've got so much crap and we've got this group of shelves. So I've got that. And then conveniently I could fit it all in there, so I didn't need a plastic bag. And then I just got that for spices and stuff for the pantry. And then a couple of those bad boys, so I can all put that and make the pantry a little bit more presentable. Hey, Prez. Yes. So, you know, I didn't need to go to Kmart, but then I was there and $50 later, I don't know where it went. Do you, Prez? No, you can't. So the reason why I was going to do a little bit of a sit down was obviously the title of this video, which is living with MS and I guess what I've learnt over the past 1.5 years. It's coming on 2 years in a few months, so that will be crazy. So I'm going to share a few things that I guess I've kind of learnt. One of the bigger ones that stand out, I guess, is when it comes to getting sick. So I get sick a couple of times a year, I guess, but the last couple of times I've been sick, say if there's like a cold and flu going around, I guess I feel it a lot more than others. For instance, I think it was a few months ago, Marcus was sick and just like a cold thing and, you know, runny nose, feeling crappy. He still went to work and he was fine. He doesn't really complain when he's sick, so that's good. Not man flu or anything. But then I was like, I wonder if I'll get it. And literally 2 days after he was starting to feel better, I started to feel crap. And the only difference was, what does that mean? Oh. The only difference was mine hung around for nearly double as long. So his was over within like 5 days. I reckon mine was like 10 days. But it hit me like a ton of bricks. I would say I was in bed for probably 3 days and I was exhausted. So more fatigued, more so than I usually am, which is crazy. And just if it hits someone at about a 5 out of 10, it's gonna hit me at about an 8 or a 9 out of 10. So that's definitely one thing that I've like, yep, I've definitely learnt that. So I know obviously to listen to my body a little bit more, blah, blah. You know the drill. Second up on that, kind of continuing on, is a longer recovery with things I've found. So, and I don't think it's since I got diagnosed. I think it has been for quite a while. And I'm talking more about weights and gym sessions, training sessions, a netball game, for instance. So I reckon since I've been playing netball, I guess, at a high level, I always kind of found that my recovery was a lot longer than everyone else's. So after a gym session, for instance, I'd say we'd have a gym session on Tuesday, Thursday. So on the Tuesday we'd do it, I'd feel good. Wednesday I was all right. Thursday it's like DOMS. You're not usually sore the next day, it's the day after. Well, that's me anyway. So by the time the Thursday session came, I was absolutely, I could hardly move. I could probably hardly sit on a toilet seat, you know, when you're squatting. So that was an issue. But so looking back, I think I've always had a longer recovery, but now, definitely now, I feel like if I play a game on a Saturday, definitely Saturday night is out. I'm at home. I barely go out on a Saturday night now, and that's just because it's a whole day. Well, with the footy netball, it's a whole day because you're there for the netball game, but then you go straight to watch the footy because Marcus is playing in the footy as well. And I guess just the whole day out just kind of takes a toll on you, and then by 6 o'clock I'm literally on the couch and buggered. So, but that's just one thing I've learned. Sunday is usually another rest day for me because I'm still a little bit as much tired, but I'm definitely more sore. Just a normal kind of sore, I guess. But once again, I feel like my recovery is a couple of days longer now. So I just try and be a little bit more smart with my recovery. And I've started to do a few more yoga sessions throughout the day as well. I guess that's the hard thing, just on that. I think it's really hard for people to understand what you're going through. Because, for instance, especially being associated with, say, a footy netball club, and everyone has been so amazing with my whole journey, my diagnosis, everything. They've been so supportive. But I guess our club is very tight-knit, and everyone, you know, we've always got functions and stuff like that. So, and they're usually on the Saturday night. So you've got all day footy netball, and then there's a function maybe once a month or something. Or it's someone's birthday and someone's 21st, someone's 18th. Wow, I sound so young saying that. I wish it was my 18th. But yeah, I think it's sometimes hard for people to understand why I don't go to them or why I can't go to them. I feel like just saying, oh no, it's a Saturday night, I can't. And everyone's like, you're such a grandma, which, don't get me wrong, I love my cup of teas. I am a grandma. I was a grandma prior to this whole diagnosis, so nothing has changed there. But I think it's more about people understanding, oh, yep, I understand you've had a full day today. It's just about pre-planning for me. So as I said, like I know I have to plan out my Friday, Saturday, Sunday. For instance, this weekend coming up, you would have seen this before. I posted it though. Friday night I have a function. Saturday night there's a function at the footy club, and then Sunday all day we've got birthday catch-ups with my family and then Marcus's family, so lunch and dinner. So it's a pretty busy weekend for me, but I kind of have to prioritise. So I will go out Friday night, I'll do obviously footy netball Saturday, and also I have boot camp Saturday morning. So Saturday night I won't be able to go to the function because I know already I'll be tired, and then that will give me a big sleep for Sunday to be able to do the Sunday events. So it's just about, I guess, prioritising and planning before you get to the weekend. Now the next big one, I guess, is pretty common and obvious. Most people diagnosed with MS, and that is fatigue. So yes, I get it, but it's about managing your day-to-day things. So the first thing that happens when you get diagnosed, you see someone and they tell you to make a list of your day to prioritize what you need to do and what needs to be done. So for me, I know that my fatigue hits in the afternoon. So between around 3 to 4-ish, that's when I'm kind of at my peak fatigue. on those times I've just organised with, you know, if I'm coaching, just to not coach past a certain time, or to have a little gap so I can have a little bit of a nap if I need to, which I do have afternoon naps quite a bit these days. Hey, Prez. And that's fine. And now that I know that, it's completely in my daily routine now, and I can go along just fine. And as I said in that previous comment, it's all about pre-planning. So if I know tomorrow that I've got a really full day with my PT clients from 1 till 5 o'clock or 1 till 7:30 or something like that, I'll just plan a little bit more of a gap in between a couple of them so I can have some downtime, or just 30 minutes for a little bit of a break. Another one that I think I've gone over already in a couple of videos ago about talking about MS, and that is walking, which is such a shame. I'm still quite devo about this subject, is walking, daily walking, and not just like strolling, you know, walking to the car and stuff like that. I'm fine to do that. I just don't enjoy my daily walks as much or at all anymore, because it's weird. That's the only time with my daily walks, as opposed to even playing netball, that I feel my symptoms the most. And with my symptoms, it's kind of from it's all in my legs pretty much. And when I go walking, I get the tingling a lot more and start to get the numbness. And it's just a really odd feeling, and I don't like it. It's uncomfortable, and so that's why I don't enjoy my walks as much, which is such a shame. I actually got a treadmill. Well, the curtains are shut, but this is my treadmill that obviously I don't have my shoes on, that I would usually go on. It's a pretty good one. Actually, we got it really cheap from Marcus's friend, and it's amazing. So that's the treadmill that I walk on now, and that way that it's inside, if I feel really fatigued, I can just hop off it. But the main thing, I guess the last thing on my list, and that is my anxiety. And so I've been pretty upfront about my anxiety in the past, probably pretty much a year now. So it didn't kick in straight away, probably 6 months after I got diagnosed, and then it was like, and what I'm learning about my type of anxiety is just that I'm still learning about it every day. It is still a daily occurrence. It's funny, some people think, oh, she hasn't spoken about it in a while, it's fine. But it is a constant for me in my everyday life now. But I think it's understanding where that anxiety is coming from, and to really just, I guess, check in with myself and know what I can do to deal with that. Good girl, go. One of the ways of dealing with my anxiety is this little terror right here who wants to play in the middle of me making a video. Very exciting there, isn't it? So much energy today, and I've even walked you. You can have it. Good girl. So yes, it's just about dealing with it and finding ways. So one of the ways that what I'm doing now is I've started doing yoga. So I either do it in the morning as soon as I wake up, and that's great because as soon as you wake up, you're stiff anyway, and it's a great way to get the body moving, but also cleansing out that mind. So I find that's really good just before work, or if I don't get it done in the morning, I do it at night. I close the curtains, put a candle on, and that's just a great way of doing it. And so 2 ways I do it. I either just do my own kind of flow, or it's more like stationary stretches, I guess. Or I just go on YouTube and do 10-minute yoga or 20-minute yoga, and there's so much on YouTube. YouTube is amazing. So that's one really good way to do it. But with my type of anxiety, it is usually when I'm by myself. It's when you get in your own head. So if I'm in that situation, I usually try to distract myself. So whether I go outside and throw the ball to Prez, she's a great distraction, or take her for a walk, go to the coffee shop, because generally when I'm not working, because when I'm working, I'm around people, I'm around clients, and that's what I I love doing. So I'm fine. It's when I'm by myself, when I'm in my head, and it's just like, what am I doing? Good thumbnail. Anyway, so yeah, if my breathing starts to go a little bit like that and I feel that tightness in the chest, I usually just go straight to distracting myself somehow. I don't like to do too much exercise when I'm like that, because I feel like if my chest is really tight and my breathing's bad, that's just going to make it worse, because I'm going to be puffing more. It's weird. I'd rather do something that's going to relax me, more like yoga, and that's what they suggest to do anyway. So tick for me. But in saying that, everyone's got so many different ways to control their own anxiety. So it's just what works for you. So anyway, that is just something that, I love this beanbag. That is just something, I guess, that I have, a few things that I have learnt in the 18 months that I've had MS. I'm sure there's more things that are going to pop up, but if you're watching this and you've just been newly, can I even speak? Well, this is another thing with MS. It's about pronunciation. Sometimes you get that wrong and I look like an idiot, but whatever. Newly diagnosed. I guess the main thing is that not everyone is going to understand what you're feeling and what they can do to help. So the best thing that you can do is talk to them about it and tell them what you need at what point in time, because they're not mind readers. So that's my best advice for you guys. And I think I'm going to end it there because my phone is going off and I've talked enough. So, bye-bye. It's all about pre-plan. As I mentioned, sorry about that. Generally, I always get mixed up with that word. If you've recently been neurally, at what point? Stuffed up. Are you listening?
No, I'm already listening.
I'm getting nervous when you're there.
Oh, God, sorry.